That night, driving alone on a secluded mountain road, after wrapping up a work project and staying late at the office, I had no choice but to head home. My journey took me through an old national road, rarely used late at night, cutting through the mountains. It was the only route through this area, and at night, it was particularly deserted, demanding extra caution while driving. Tired from work and fighting off sleepiness, I stopped for breaks and kept myself awake with coffee. Especially that night, the drowsiness was overwhelming, and to make matters worse, I was running low on gas. Eventually, I found a small, isolated gas station nestled halfway up the mountain. I can't remember its name. It might have been an old family-run place. There were no other cars in sight, so I parked by a pump and entered the store. Inside, there was a clerk and another man, eerily wandering between the aisles. Heading towards the coffee maker, I poured myself a cup. That's when the wandering man approached and said in a strange voice,
"Careful, it's hot."
His comment added a discomforting and eerie atmosphere. Without responding, I quickly moved to the register to pay for my coffee and gas. As I was paying, the man approached again, this time complimenting my jacket. I curtly thanked him, expressing my wish for him to leave me alone. The clerk, possibly due to a language barrier, seemed unsure how to react. He was physically smaller than me, unlikely to intervene. The man persisted, saying, "Calm down," even after I insisted on being left alone. I left the store without another word and headed to my car. Seconds after exiting, I heard the door open again. I had just reached my car and started fueling when I heard footsteps stop on the opposite side of the pump. Turning around, I saw the man standing there, not fueling or accompanied by a vehicle, just staring at me. Internally panicking, I contemplated grabbing the pepper spray from the center console. He asked,
"Are you alone?"
At that moment, the seriousness of the situation escalated. I quickly lied, "No, my boyfriend's in the car," and subtly grabbed the pepper spray, pretending to fuel the car while holding it to my side. The man attempted to approach, but when he remarked that no one was in the car, I aimed the pepper spray at him. He backed off with a laugh, claiming he just wanted to talk, but his gaze remained fixed on me as he retreated. As the fueling neared completion, I decided to return to the store for my change. The man blocked my path between the store and me, but I kept the pepper spray ready, waiting for him to back off before re-entering the store. I informed the clerk of the man's unsettling behavior, though it was unclear if he fully understood. After receiving my change, I scanned the parking lot from the window but saw no sign of the man. Relieved, I returned to my car, started the engine, and felt the silence of the night envelop me again. My heart was still racing, feeling an urgent need to leave. As I prepared to exit the parking lot, my headlights illuminated the road ahead, revealing the man standing in the distance. He just stood there, motionless, his gaze following me as I drove away. The events of that night left a profound impression on me. Throughout the drive home, I kept looking back, but there was no sign of anyone following. However, the image in the man's eyes, the tone of his voice, and the eerie vibe he emitted are deeply etched in my memory. While it might seem minor, this incident reminded me of the risks of driving alone at night. It was a moment that made me reflect on how prepared I am to defend myself against unforeseen dangers. Since then, I've made it a point to always carry self-defense tools in my car, vowing to respond more swiftly and decisively if faced with a similar situation again.